What's going on, guys? Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm still going to talk about watches, but it's going to be toward the end of the video. When I first started my channel, I did a lot of different things. And one of the things I did was take you guys on a tour of Nashville. Now that video is no longer on my channel, but I'm going to re-up it today. And the reason I'm going to re-up it today is it was filmed in 2018 on New Year's Day. And I just took you on a tour of Lower Broadway and 2nd Avenue and up Demumbrium, I think. A few little streets in Nashville. Nashville's sort of weird because it's a big city, but it's really on a couple of blocks. They're really tightly knit. And they're right on the Cumberland River, and that brings up a problem. When something is affected, everything is affected. In 2010, we had a major flood that went all the way up Broadway and destroyed a number of businesses. They spent a couple of years rebuilding. They finally got rebuilt, only to have other natural disasters happen. We had a tornado at the beginning of 2020 come through. And then almost immediately after, we had this pandemic that YouTube won't let us talk about because they'll demonetize us. But since I'm not monetizing this video anyway, we can talk about it. So we had this pandemic, so no one went to Lower Broad, no one went to 2nd Avenue, and those businesses got hurt yet again. And then we have this asshole, or assholes, blow up the better part of 2nd Avenue with an RV bomb. On Christmas Day, nonetheless. And if you've ever been to Nashville, Broadway is your major intersection. That's where the strip, where the arena is. It's right where all the nightclubs and the honky tonks and that sort of thing are. And then at the end, you have Hard Rock Cafe and 2nd Avenue coming out. And 2nd Avenue is where all the restaurants are, as well as a couple of other things. So above the restaurants, you'll have had loft apartments for Nashvillians, as well as a lot of B&Bs, Airbnbs. In fact, one of my watch groups, we're going to stay at an Airbnb right around 2nd Avenue not that long ago. So a lot of businesses that don't focus on necessarily music, their food, their apartments, that sort of thing. So dependent on regular Nashvillians coming through 2nd Avenue. And when 2nd Avenue gets shut down, those businesses are affected, whether it's a flood, a tornado, a virus, or now a bomb. So I uploaded this video back in 2018. I took a tour of downtown, and then we went and tried to find some open watch shops, and we looked at watches. So I'm gonna put that back, and mainly so you can see what Nashville is, how great of a city it is, and just let you know, guys, 2nd Avenue, those businesses surrounding 2nd Avenue on Broadway and on 1st and on Demumbrium and all those areas surrounding it, they're suffering. And we've all suffered. I suffered this year myself. I was out of work for 5 months with 0 income. I never got that worked out. If you guys are hurting, I pray for you. I hope you're doing better. I hope you continue to do better. But I wanted to shed some light on downtown. What a beautiful city it is. What a great place it is to be at. And, if you weren't affected by 2020, if you were very blessed in 2020, maybe find a way to help some of those businesses or some of those families that live and work on 2nd Avenue get back on their feet, because still insurance is up in the air. If it's deemed a terrorist bombing, then some insurances won't even pay. So it's a real suck fest for those guys. And I was reading this book called The Nashville I Knew that I actually didn't put out, and I can't remember the author at the moment. I'll put a link in the description because it's a really good book about sort of the growth of Nashville, the change of Nashville. And, I was born in 1971. I went to school in Nashville for most of my life. All my friends and family, we ate and enjoyed Nashville in the now defunct amusement park that I have up on the wall here that you can't see. And then just the riverfront and other places. But Nashville means a ton to me, enough that while this is going to have some watches in this video, and I'll put a timestamp down below of when that begins if you want to skip through the Nashville part. But I just wanted to show you a tour of my home and tell you I'm really thankful to have it as my home. I'm thankful no one was killed other than the a-hole in the RV. And just tell you, if you can help out, please do. As I find businesses that need help, I'll put them in the link below. As I find organizations that are helping, I'll put it linked below. Right now, I don't really know, but a Google search will probably get you there. But anyway, here's a tour of Nashville from back in 2018. Forgive my bad editing. Forgive my bad sound level quality. Just forgive everything. And I hope you enjoyed the tour of Nashville. And I hope it opens your eyes to sort of the damage that was done by this prick. And going forward, I hope you have a blessed weekend, blessed week, and we'll have other videos soon. But today, tour of Nashville and some watch shopping in 2018. See you in a second. All right, welcome back. So I am standing in front of downtown Nashville. This is my home. This is where I grew up, where I went to school, where I learned pretty much everything I know, which is not a lot, but not the town's fault. Anyway, I had to come downtown today, so I thought I'd show you guys around some of the sites, maybe take in a couple of watch shops, and just have a fun first episode of the new year. So why don't you come along? So this will be a little different upload for today. Here's a circular view, a panoramic view of downtown Nashville from where I was standing, from the Titan Stadium to the walking bridge over the Cumberland River here. Beautiful sunshine, even though it's quite cold. I mean, very, very cold. And then the downtown skyline, and then back down to the Cumberland River, which, we do races in the river, some triathlons and stuff, but man, that's a dirty river. Not a clean place at all. And here's the Titan Stadium. Talking about being cold. I would not want to sit in there today, just to watch them lose again, which is what they do. But anyway, this is the Scrimer horn, Symphony Center. Beautiful Symphony Center. Was covered in a flood, and they had to rebuild it or revamp it once the flood had happened, but much better now. And then the downtown area with the Predators arena, and then the what we affectionately call the Batman building, is the Bell Tower, and then the Ryman Auditorium, which is just an incredible building. The Ryman is worldwide known, of course. And then I grew up eating lunch in this spaceship on top of what used to be the Hyatt Regency. It's actually a revolving restaurant. And then, of course, construction is always construction. But luckily, with the demolition of the old convention center that was there, you can see the Ryman very nicely. One thing you don't see from pictures is the Ryman is squashed in pretty tightly normally. So, and then here's downtown. This is Broadway, and you can see it's a ghost town because it's so cold. Always good music on Broadway. even ice cold like it is right now.
Well, I kid you not, I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
A couple other points of interest, and we'll take a look at some watches. This is the world famous Wild Horse. B.B. King's Blues Club, which is really fantastic. And then next door you have Coyote Ugly, kind of a fun, wild little place. See the Spaghetti Factory down there, great restaurant. And then this is the Bell Tower. This is actually the tallest tower in Tennessee. Not super tall, but for Tennessee it's pretty tall. And then right across from it, if you ever go to downtown, definitely check out this place. This is Demas Restaurant, or Demas's, depending on where you're from. They're a local family. They own this restaurant. They have 2 or 3. It's just great pasta. Of course, CMT. It's home here. And this is a view you don't normally see. This is the back of the Ryman. It's the entrance as well as the gift shop. And then I went into the gift shop and played tourist for a second. You know, everything has a gift shop just like everywhere else that's kind of touristy. But this is the side of the Ryman. People never really see this. This is, they call it the Mother Church because it was originally a church. And you can see the stained glass windows, which are just beautiful. And I actually broke down and bought a gift from the gift shop. So anyway, this is the front of the Ryman, and across the street you have the arena for the Predators, and there's it's now where that most of the concerts happen in Nashville. Just a beautiful, beautiful place, the Bridgestone Arena. And then as we pan, you can see the Country Music Hall of Fame across from it down there, and then we'll pan back around to Broadway here. And you can kind of see everything's sort of in a little pocket. And I plan to take you to a couple of other places, but it's just so damn cold that yeah, we're gonna stop that tour right here. One thing I almost forgot is the Hard Rock, which is down on the corner.
right at the Cumberland, right across from the Titan Stadium, as you can see here. And then also in the summer, the Ascend Amphitheater, which houses all the concerts. So this is King Jewelers. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but just fantastic. Tudor, Cartier, Rolex, IWC, Hublot, just about anything. And unfortunately, it was closed today. I was really kind of upset that I didn't get to show you guys this. We'll have to do a visit to King Jewelers in a later video. But a huge place full of watches. It's just amazing. It's across the street from the Bluebird Cafe. If you guys have ever watched Nashville, you've seen the Bluebird. It's also closed. So, you know, like I said, cold outside. This town kind of shuts down. There's me. But anyway, let's get to another place. So, of course, you can't go to Nashville if you're me without stopping by the Omega Boutique. This is in Green Hills. Green Hills Mall has a number of nice things, but it's always my favorite place. The guy Robert there, super cool dude. Definitely stop in and say hi to him. Just love this display. They're really working hard with their women's watches. And this is not at Omega, actually. This is on the other side of town. This is at a Jared's Gallery of Jewelry. I stopped in to play around with some watches because I ended up talking to Robert for a really long time. Kind of forgot to take some video. But this is definitely one of my, I don't really use the word grail, but I'll use it here. This is kind of one of my grail watches for this year. Definitely going to do an Omega Speedmaster Racing in the white dial. I love this piece. I fell in love with it a while back, and kind of decided against it, and I'm right back to it. I think, you know, I like the bracelet, but I think with the rubber is the way to go. I have a bracelet on my Speedmaster, and I don't wear it as much as maybe I would with the rubber. I wear it on leather mainly, and this is the Sapphire Sandwich, the beautiful Speedmaster Mood Watch. And I had to try it on too. Okay. I was down between these two for this year, and I think I'm going to do the racing, just simply because that I don't kind of fall into the category of I want what everybody else wants. Even though I love the Moon Watch and the Sapphire is cool, I think the racing aisle. And then this Seamaster caught my eye just because, again, I don't want what everybody else wants, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful dial. I love the texture of the dial, the second hand being orange to match the NATO, and the fact that they sell a $5,000 watch on a NATO is pretty crazy to me, but super comfortable. Leaving there, I had to stop over at JCPenney. The display is absolutely atrocious at JCPenney, but they have some really cool Seikos, and so I stopped over and took a look at a couple of turtles. These patties here, trying to decide my other watch that I really want. I had thought it was going to be one like this, a black 777. This is not the 777, but I was thinking it was going to be the SRP 777, but I actually believe it's going to be this patty. The blue and red really surprised me, and I actually think it's going to be on the bracelet, which also surprised me. Fits extremely well. Way more comfortable than I expected, and of course I had the super dry hands from all day. I apologize for the nasty hands. I did pick up the Ryman guitar pick and the Ryman mouse pad for my son, just because they were cool and I was there. So after adding some lotion, I'll give you a look at what I had on today, a little closer look. This is that pre-Constellation, that 1940s Omega. I love it. It's my favorite. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll just talk to you soon.